care package incoming. Incoming enemy care package. Enemy XS-1 Vulcan inbound. Take cover.
What is up, guys? This is Tyro back in another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video, and today we're gonna be teaching you guys how to reduce the lag in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and in general. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and always leave a like and comment. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. But yeah, let's jump into it. In a game like Call of Duty, where a tenth of a second matters from life or death, you want to try and have the most optimal, best internet possible. And there are just many ways you can do this. The first way is kind of obvious. If you can, use an internet cord, connect it straight from your router or modem into the console. It's just obvious. If it's a direct connection, it'll be much better than a wireless connection. But you know, if your console's a little bit farther away, don't worry, you can buy pretty much any length internet cable around. You just have to look it up. But you can always like tape it to the walls or underneath carpets if you're worried about it from being like just a distraction, making it look ugly in your bedroom, or a safety hazard. So you can just move it around like that. But do not fret people that just cannot use the internet cord for various reasons. There are ways that you can make your wireless internet better. The one way that you can do is just move the console closer to the modem. Even if it's just on the other side of your TV, try moving it over a little bit. Every millimeter counts in terms of wireless strength. And also just try it like in Call of Duty, make sure you have a direct line of sight if possible. I mean, if you're in another room, you can't really help that. If you're in another room, you can only move it over closer to the modem. But if you're in the same room, try and make it have direct line of sight with the modem. That line of sight will just make a little bit more difference. That can give you the edge on your enemies, especially in a game like this where everyone's jumping around and such. Next tip I have for you guys is, if you have smartphones, iTouches, anything in that nature, put those things in airplane mode while you're playing online. Because think about it, on airplanes they have you turn those off so that you don't disrupt the communications, internet, and such for the airplanes. And if your phones can disrupt airplanes, it can surely disrupt an Xbox One, PS4's internet. If it can do that, it can do that as well. Now, a little tip, this one's kind of smaller, but it can still change a little bit, in terms of your console actually reacting when you hit a button, is to get a wired controller. It's kind of like the same thing with the internet cord. A direct plug-in will always be faster. So if you can, just get a wireless controller, can make it work a lot better. The next one only applies if you have a disc-based game instead of a digital. But essentially you want to always install your games. Back in the old 360 days, for example, I once had a Call of Duty Black Ops disc that was just broken beyond belief. I still have the disc. It's still incredibly broken. But what you can do is, if you have a friend that's like, hey, you have the game, can I install it so I can play? They're like, yeah, sure. Essentially what installing it does is that the disc is constantly going around the disc tray, getting scanned, waiting to play the game. But when you experience game freezes or anything like an error like that, that's based off your disc messing up. That's why you always want to install a game if you can. But if you have digital copy, you don't really need to worry about this, because it's digitally downloaded, it's already all installed on there. But yeah, that's good as there. The next thing is very minimal, but it can still change a lot, and that is to game on the smallest TV possible. I know it's all about our day and age, who has the biggest TV, who, have a blah big screen, but that's not really good for multiplayer games, because from your console, it takes more time from your console to get all that information displayed onto your TV. That's why if you watch like YouTubers' game setups and stuff like that, or just game setups on like YouTube and stuff in general, people are always on small TVs or monitors. You never see like a YouTuber on a big TV, and that's just because it's just going to be more input lag, and that's just how it goes. The difference between a big TV and a small TV is just like minimal, like not even a tenth of milliseconds. But some TVs that are bigger, they can go up to like 0.50 milliseconds, and that's just way too long for that. Another thing that you can do is to, if you're not using your internet at all, exit out of all web pages, and always try and check if you have any hidden programs on your laptop or computer that are using the internet as well. If you look on the little right hand side of the bottom right of the screen, like where the clock is, you can hit the little arrow. It'll show like little programs that are going at the moment. Like if you're using uTorrent, exit out of that. Just try and reduce uTorrent and things like that. Just always use the internet. So you can just go to your task manager, and you can just see what programs are using the internet there, or you can just turn off the internet altogether on your laptop by just hitting the little wireless button. And your NAT type. If you have a closed or moderate NAT type, you need to fix that as soon as you can. There are many ways on the internet you can see how to fix it, open it again. But one way that I found that's really good is to go unplug your router, and before you plug the router back in, power cycle your PS4 or Xbox One. So essentially how you do that is you just hold down the power button for like a few seconds and it'll just turn off, and then when you boot it up it'll just like show another title screen. That's how it is on the Xbox One. Not sure about the PS4 because I don't own one. But that's just how that goes essentially. And for the last tip is to just turn off as much devices that aren't using the internet as possible. If you have using a laptop, put it in sleep mode or just disconnect the internet. If you're not using your iPod Touch at the moment, just disconnect that, put it in the internet or turn it off. Like always, if more things that are connected, it's going to take up more bandwidth, more time of your internet that's just being taken to other things. The less things, the better. But that's all the tips and tricks I have to try and fix lag for you guys. Hope this video helps you guys out. Make sure to comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think about the lag in Advanced Warfare, what you're thinking about Advanced Warfare so far, and if these tips help you out in any sort of way with lag. But till next time, guys, this has been Tyro. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.